Welcome back to my channel. Hi everyone. So today I received 10,000 of fish. So these are the containers that the fish came in. So these are my 1 day old fish in my ponds. We just pulled them into the ponds right now. I separated them into 3 ponds. So I put 3,300 in each pond, with one pond having 3,400. So you can see that the fish I've received actually are very active. They're already very free in the water. This water actually, because of the type of water where I'm staying, I put my water in my ponds 3 days in advance. I fill my ponds so that the pH level of the water will come down to the pH that will be good for the smaller fish. So we've just pulled the fish into the fish ponds, and we'll allow them to settle down before we feed them so that they'll not vomit, because they've been stressed with the movement in those containers. Because where I got them from is like 2 hours. Not, let me not say 2 hours. It's 2 hours if it was without traffic at all. That was maybe if they were delivered on a Sunday when there is no traffic at all. But because of traffic and everything, it took like 6 hours to get to my place. So the fish was stressed. So we'll leave them maybe like for close to 5 hours in the pond before we feed them. And right now I'm giving them a certain feed called scatter feed. That is I just, even my other batch, I just buy one bag of that scatter feed because it's quite costly. So I just feed them with that scatter feed, which will last them, because they are very small at the moment. So that scatter feed will last them like for 2 to 3 days. Then they'll start with the 2 mm before commencing to 3, 4, 6, and 9. So I'm very happy with these fish because they are very active. So I'll keep you updated on this particular batch of fish that I have just received today. I'm happy with this size. Actually, it's a bit bigger than the size that I received the last time. So I'm very happy with this fish. I like it that the fish are very active. Though even the last ones I received were very active as well. So I'm happy that these fish are very active and that they're okay with the water. So this water, I'll not drain it completely like I do with the batch that has reached 2 months today. Because of the size of the fish, I don't drain the water before. They'll stay like 2 to 3 weeks before I'll drain out the water completely. But for this stage, what I'll do is every 2 days I'll just reduce my water level to half and top it back up. And like with my other batch, just that I didn't do the videos from the beginning. In the beginning, the water was color green. So it's more like a natural habitation for fish. The water will be green. So I'll just, if the water is too green, I'll reduce it to a very good level and top it up back. So at the moment, because they just came in now, so I'm not expecting this water to become green in the next 2 days. So what I'll do after 2 days, I'll just bring it down to half and then top up again, just like that, until maybe after 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll just keep monitoring how the water is going. So now we are feeding them. It's been like 5 hours since we put them in the pond. So you can see they're already rushing for the food, meaning that they were very hungry. And I'm happy that they are eating, meaning that they are healthy. So you can see how they are all rushing for the feed. So this is my caretaker giving feed. And he's giving little amounts, because all this feed we give is blood milk. So if you put too much feed in the water, it will contaminate the water. The water will have a lot of iron, which is bad for the fish, for the bodies of the fish. So we have to put the feed little quantities at a time, and because these fish have just arrived, they're not yet used to this pond, so the guy will actually go around and give all those other fish that will not come to the feeding point, because most fish, even as I've noticed with my other batch as well, not all of them are able to come to this feeding point. Some will feel lazy and just stay back. So for those ones, we actually have to follow them around the pond and give them feed anywhere they are. So you can see that they're still trying to eat, which is a good sign. Which is a good sign for this early stage. And this particular breed of fish really eat a lot. If I put feed in my older pond, if I put feed and come and put after 2 hours, they'll still collect. So with these fish, what I've known is that you just have to have a feeding timetable and follow that feeding timetable for the fish to adjust and for you to also make your profit on the fish, because you cannot just feed them on demand, because they'll always demand. So for this stage of my fish, I'll be feeding them 3 times a day. For as long as my fish are eating scatter feeds, and then they're eating 2 and 3 I feed my fish 3 times a day. I pick a feeding time that is convenient for me. You know, every farm or every farm owner will pick the time that is convenient for them to feed according to the location, how dark it gets, the lighting around. So for me, I've picked to feed these smaller fish. I feed them 7 o'clock in the morning, I feed them 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I feed them 7 p.m. Well, why I feed them 7 p.m. is because it's not yet dark. In Lagos, apparently it gets dark later, so it starts getting dark like 7:30. So I don't want it to be dark before the person taking care of them feeds the fish in the evening, because I want him to use the natural light to feed the fish, just in case there's no electricity, NEPA takes light, or just in case of anything. I want the feeding timetable to be consistent. That is why I chose 7 o'clock when it will be bright, and then the late night feeding will be 7 p.m. when it will be still bright as well. So I picked those 3 times, and then as they grow older, I'll change my feeding timetable to 2 times. So this is the next day now. You can see that the water now has started becoming a bit green. You can see the color has changed. So this is day 2. My fish are now 2 days old, and their water is already changing color, which is okay. It's natural for the color to change. The color will change to even a darker green than this if I don't bring down the water tomorrow to half. If I leave the water at this stage, it will change to green. Thank you for watching my video. If you're interested in more fish videos, or if you want to follow up on how I'll take care of these fish and how they will be after the 6 months and what will happen to them after the 3 months, keep watching this channel and I'll keep you posted.